All right, and we are live. How is everybody tonight? Hello, hello. We do some shout outs here. I hope everybody's having a good Tuesday. What's up, RJ? How are you doing, sir? You and Jeremy doing the 4th of July? What are you and Jeremy doing for the 4th of July? Are the cats or Jeremy's? The cats are extremely scared of fireworks. If fireworks start going off, they make themselves scarce. So they are not a fan of fireworks. Jeremy's not really into fireworks either. So I hope you're doing good, RJ. What's up, Sofa? How are you doing? White Rose, hello. How are you? We've got Movie Fan here. What's up, Movie Fan? Tony, how you doing? We got Drum Smash here. What's up, Drum Smash? Bog Zombie, how you doing? German in Venice just posted a recent video about Mark Hamill charging like $400 for an autograph. Crazy. Yeah, I've seen his price list in the past, and it ain't cheap. That is for sure. That is for sure. We've got Pinstriped Dynasty here. What's up, Pinstriped Dynasty? How are you doing? Hope everybody's doing well tonight, and thank you all for being here. Much appreciated. What's up, Fun Ghoul? How are you? All right, I have got a guest with me for tonight's show. A familiar face, but someone who we haven't seen in some time. And that is my old pal, Lawn Darts. What's up, man?
Hey, can you hear me? Do I sound okay?
You sound fine.
Okay. We're gonna have to see how that goes. If there's echoes or anything, let me know. I'll try and troubleshoot it. But it's a fairly new computer, and I have never actually used headphones on it. And I just discovered that I actually don't know where the headphone jacks are on this computer.
Wow. Okay.
Despite a complete thorough 360 investigation, I have not found them. So here we are.
Maybe does it have a disk drive?
No.
Okay. So now they're doing away with headphone jacks. No disk drives, no headphone jacks, or they're just located somewhere out of the way on it.
Yeah, it might be Bluetooth only for headphones, which is a problem for me because I hate Bluetooth headphones.
Mm-hmm.
So,
they're just trying to get rid of physical media, no disk drives, and now they just want you to have Bluetooth headphones. What kind of world are we moving into?
Don't worry, it'll get worse.
Oh, I'm sure. It always does. It always does.
We're living in the best time only because tomorrow is going to be worse.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, thank you for being here, man. It's been a while. I hope you've been well.
I'm starting to get better. Let's put it that way. It's been a long road over the last few years, and a lot of things have gone down. But at the moment, I'm just seeing sunshine on the horizon.
Yeah, good.
How have you been?
Doing pretty good. Yeah, can't complain. Doing pretty good. Just burning alive here today.
I feel that it's 92 out there, and it's lost about 5 degrees over the last hour because the sun is slowly heading towards the horizon.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it was a scorcher today, and it's just going to get worse. I don't know. I like summer, but then we get into the heat of it, and I'm like, God, just get over with. So, and then in the wintertime, I'm begging for summer to come back. So that's just how it goes.
So as a young man, I didn't dislike either winter or summer at all. Autumn was obviously my favorite for other reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of liked the whole year, to be honest with you. I found something to enjoy about all of it. As I get older, the two extremes are becoming equally unwelcome. And there's no place that has eternal fall, right? No. You got to have summer and you got to have winter to have fall.
It's true.
So unfortunately, I'm not going to win this by moving, so I guess I'm just stuck.
Oh, yeah, just stuck. At least we have seasons, and some places don't even have seasons. So
some barely have sunlight.
It's true. That is true. But it's good to see you, man. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
Also, we have with us someone from the back rooms, apparently. How you doing, man? How you doing, Chris?
Doing good. How am I coming in? Like Lon, this is also a new computer with no headphone jack, no anything. So, they get rid of everything slowly.
That's so crazy. Like recently I bought I upgraded to a new version of gosh, what's it even called? My editing software I've been using for 20 years and I forget. Vegas. I upgraded to a newer version of Vegas Pro and it came on a disc and I get the disc out and I wait a minute, my computer doesn't have a disc drive.
You just wave it in front of it. Maybe it'll read it.
Yeah. So now I had to go on Amazon and buy a disc drive just for the one thing. So at least I've got one somewhere now. But yeah.
Yeah, because Sam was looking at disc drives the other night, where it's like, oh, it's DVD writer, CD writer, everything built into one, like $10. I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah.
This was like $120 back in the day.
Yeah, and I didn't understand. I'm not understanding this no headphone jack anymore. That's crazy. But the computers are still super expensive, even without disk drives and headphone jacks, and So
I got this one on a Prime sale, thankfully, for $500. So working out so far.
Okay. Hey, cool. Very cool. All right. Well, how have you been, man? How's everything going down in Texas?
Doing good. Our seasonings are doing great. Still spicy as hell. But overall, like it's been, I want to say, a cool summer for us because we haven't hit 100 yet. It's only been 99.
Well, a lot of summer left.
Oh yeah. I think we're gonna start hitting summer like 100 degrees tomorrow. So I think this is one of the longest we've gone without hitting 100 in a year.
This person says it's 59 degrees in San Francisco. Are you sure?
It's not Celsius, right?
That must be Celsius. There you go. Yeah.
but also it's San Francisco, so it's
Exactly.
a trade-off.
Yeah. I'm surprised anybody goes out of the house when it's 59 degrees in California without like a full parka on. You know, jeez, my goodness. Oh gosh. Well, anyway, have you guys seen any good movies lately? Any bad movies? Did either of you venture out to see this new blockbuster Supergirl?
No.
Oh man, you guys missed out. It's a huge blockbuster. You haven't heard?
I mean, I think I made the joke before. I've already seen Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't need to go see Supergirl. I'm good.
Well, a lot of people didn't go see Supergirl apparently because it is a massive flop. It's actually been outperformed by Morbius. Morbius had a better opening weekend than Supergirl, which is embarrassing.
I think people are just done with the superhero thing. I really do.
Yeah.
I think even the new Avengers film, people are expecting it'll do better than the rest, but I think the days of those being the cultural center are just gone.
I agree. Yeah, I think it's people are just burned out on them. And I think I said this on the last on a stream recently, like, Supergirl's your second movie and your big new DC universe launch. Like I understand Superman's like Superman, but like you follow that up with Supergirl, not Wonder Woman or like your own Batman or, but Supergirl. That's just an odd choice for me.
I hate to say this, but I almost guarantee it started out as this is going to be the first streaming show, and it morphed into a feature. That makes way more sense.
That's possible.
It probably very early on, but that's what it feels like to me. Like this thing probably should have been one of the supporting shows because that's what they're all trying to do now, right down to Godzilla, right? I mean, all the extended universes want to have a episodic television component.
Yeah. Yeah, just odd, and like there was, like Chris said, like the trailers to me looked like just like everything Gunn does just looks and feels like Guardians of the Galaxy. He knows how to do one thing, and it's Guardians of the Galaxy, and like everything has to have like that kind of quippy, sardonic kind of tone to it, and all the superheroes have to be like, I don't really want to be a superhero. I'm too cool to be a superhero kind of thing. And I mean, that's just old. So I wasn't surprised that it flopped, but like is to flop as much as it did. Luckily, it didn't cost as much as the usual comic book movie. So, I mean, they'll probably only lose 100 million or two, but still that's a pretty massive blunder, I think. Hey, what's up, Christian? How you doing? I am surprised you haven't seen Supergirl yet. That looked right up your alley, man. Jeez. That movie had your name written all over it. Hey, what's up, Eli? How you doing, man? But have you guys seen anything else recently?
I mean, so other than go back to Supergirl, one last thing. I think also the problem is everybody's completely bored with superhero movies to the point where they don't even hate watching things anymore. Because before, with like Morbius, it was like, oh, it's so terrible. You need to go see it. It's Morbin time, all these things. And it created people like a buzz to go see how bad it is. Now nobody cares. It's complete apathy when it comes to superhero movies, I feel.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
But yeah, so I think it's a sign of people are tired of these things, is because I saw, since the last showing, I finally saw Obsession and Backrooms.
Oh, okay. What'd you think?
I liked both. I liked Obsession a little more. But overall, like, those are just both now top 10 of all-time horror movies for box office.
Yeah, I saw that Obsession just recently it moved up past The Exorcist on the highest grossing horror movie list of all time.
Yeah.
Which is wild. But yeah, okay, so Lauren, have you seen Obsession?
No.
Yeah.
Did you see The Backrooms?
No.
Okay. All right, Chris, what is your wish? You get the One Wish Willow in the mail from some anonymous sender. What's your one wish?
I think I made the reference last time. I like to look into the future 30 seconds at a time.
That's right, you did. That was smart.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how you would be, what the twist on that one would be. Not sure what the twist on that one would be. So that's a pretty smart one.
Yeah, because if I look too far in the future, the twist is like, oh my God, I can see death all the time coming. And
Right.
too afraid to do anything. 30 seconds, I have no time to fix it. It's like, oh, well, it sucks.
Exactly. Lauren, one wish, but you know there's going to be repercussions.
Eliminate the letter R from the English language.
Wow.
Not because there's a good reason. I just would love to see how it plays out.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
They'll take care of piracy.
There you go. Yeah. By the way, did anybody in the chat get out to see Supergirl this weekend? Was it good? I've actually heard a number of people. I posted about it flopping, and I was surprised by the number of people who were like, it wasn't bad. A bunch of people were like, it's okay, it's not great, and some people were like, it's great. They loved it. So I don't, and I agree with that statement. All superhero movies kind of look the same to me, really. That's why I really hope this Supergirl flop doesn't have any kind of effect on Clayface, because I really want to see Clayface.
Same.
So, yeah, he did do Slither. I did think of Slither. Slither's pretty good. And somebody mentioned, what was the other? It was a superhero movie, but Brightburn. I didn't love Brightburn. I didn't dislike it. I thought it was okay. But I liked the idea of, like, this is the supervillains, like, not just their origin story, but like just, well, it is an origin story, but a little different spin on it. I kind of like that about it. Why haven't you seen Obsession or Backrooms yet, Lauren? They're like the two biggest horror hits in recent history.
Well, I kind of talked about this on the last Region Free, and I was the only one really that hadn't seen, I think, both of them. But I'm really burnt out on American horror. I've been disappointed, and I kind of feel that I need to really take a long step away, and the good stuff will still be there when I get back to it. But this is the year that we got Primate in theaters, and it really is the movie that broke me. Because I had been cynical for years about American horror and the state of it. But Primate is literally one of the most just unbelievably poorly made, poorly designed, poorly written, poorly acted things I've ever seen on spool in a theater. And I saw both Waterworld and Battlefield Earth in the theaters.
Battlefield Earth, I'll give you. Waterworld is a misunderstood epic, not masterpiece, close, but I'm just kidding. By the way, I'm just kidding. By the way,
I know. So like when I saw the first trailer for Obsession, it seems like a million years ago. By the way, it feels like they ran a promo for that a long time ago in front of like the more
they did
art horror stuff that was out. And I went, oh God, it's a magic trinket movie, and it's the monkey's paw. And then there was a girl shrieking at the camera, and I was like, yeah, I'm zero interest. Now everyone's telling me I'm wrong, and I probably am. But again, the movie will still be around and available when I'm ready to take it back on. As far as back rooms, I looked and said, oh, it's clever. It's okay. The back rooms are his mind. I get it. Okay. And again, it's like there was Twilight Zones on the new Twilight Zone series in '84 that kind of went there. It's gonna take a lot to convince me that I need to run to the theater to see the next American Horror. Now that said, will I see Eggers Werewolf? Of course I will, right? Because I don't even consider that to be part of the American horror scene. That's a different sort of thing. But I need a sanity break. That doesn't mean I'm not going seeing horror films. I am. I'm just domestic horror films, especially studio domestic horror films. I just can't pollute my brain at the moment. I just can't.
Okay. But I have to agree with Christian's statement here. The irony of you taking a break when some of the most original American horror films drop. And not that, again, you said Obsession, it's a variation on the monkey's paw. Mm-hmm. We've seen that story a million times. But the way it's done, it was really well done. And when you do get around to watching it, I think you will like it. I think you'll like it.
I do have a really huge aversion to the magic trinket, though. So that's going to be its hurdle. Yeah. I mean, I hate the idea of, there's this item that when you get it, you can do this. You see Whistle? Whistle was fucking atrocious, right?
I've not seen that.
Oh, my God. See,
but the Aztec death whistle, right?
It's just called Whistle.
Oh, okay.
But that's what it is. This is an Aztec death whistle. It's bad. It's like really, 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 really bad.
Mm.
And that's the thing. Is like I'm not telling anyone else what to watch. I just personally, and I've seen people go through these movements where they get tired of the genre's current position, and it's been at times when I've loved what's going on. So I just, at the moment, it's there's enough feeding that itch from elsewhere, and there's enough exciting stuff happening in film. Period. I mean, did you see Vanishing Point, the 2026 film from China?
Mm-mm.
It's a stone cold masterpiece. I call almost nothing an A+. It's an A+. Now, it's not a horror film, but it is definitely horror adjacent. It takes that concept from the beginning of Psycho, right? Whereas you pan across the city and you go into one window and you tell the story that's launched in that window, but you could have gone to any of those windows, right?
Okay.
Imagine it, right?
Oh, that came out this year.
Yeah.
Did it? Oh, okay.
So imagine a film about an apartment complex, an entire apartment complex with 3 competing but synchronized stories being told. Each one is infinitely compelling.
Oh, okay. Now that I've read the plot, I have heard of this. I just forgot of the title. I did hear it was really good. So
it's phenomenal.
Okay.
And the problem with it is after you get out of Vanishing Point and someone says, "Hey, check out Back Rooms. It's freaky." You're kind of like, "Yeah, I'll jump right on that."
Okay.
And I'm not picking on Back Rooms. It's probably great. I just need a little distance.
Okay. I get it. I also agree with Christian's take on Undertone. I liked Undertone quite a bit too.
Hated it.
Mm.
I'm shocked you like that. I'm shocked that both of you like that. Christian, come on, man.
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
What did you like about it?
Just go watch my review.
That was the most dismissive thing you've ever said in your life, my man.
Go watch my
fuck
review.
You just read my fucking review.
Exactly. Yeah. Go watch the review.
I was not. I thought nothing worked in that movie. None of it was creepy to me. None of it. It wasn't a slow burn. There was just. I mean, I figured out what was going on in the first 10 minutes, and I was like, can we just get there? I did not like the character at all. There was nothing there for me. That it's not quite Primate bad, but it's bad.
Do you ever, and I'm sure a lot of people probably watching this too, like when you've seen so many horror movies, you can kind of see where the twist is coming or like how stuff is going to play out, because it's just kind of like, I know that's going to happen. And it kind of takes something away from the movie. Like I was watching Pitfall, which is it comes out on VOD today. I was watching it recently, and within the first 5 minutes of the movie, I was like, okay, so that's going to happen at the end, and that happened at the end. And if I wasn't thinking that, it would have been like, oh wow, I think that's kind of cool. But like I've seen so much horror, and not to seem like I'm some kind of, I don't know, scholar or something. It's just like I just have that mindset of like, how can this be twisted on me in the end? Or like this person who you think's going to be the final girl is going to get whacked. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but that happens often, and that happened in Pitfall. And if I didn't see it coming, I would have probably been like, oh, that was kind of cool. I like that.
I just don't think it has to be like this.
Yeah. And I was going to say is I kind of agree with Piz on the Pitfall thing. I haven't seen the movie, of course, but I recognize I've done this before. I remember seeing Shutter Island in theaters, and I leaned over to my ex-wife at the time and told her the whole fucking plot in the first 5 minutes.
I think I feel like it does not need to be this way. And if you look at films from outside our borders, they're not, generally speaking, like this. They don't always work, by the way, but they don't always go the predictable routes, and they're not hitting all the beats you expect. Because I almost feel like it's talking down to horror fans, like, oh, this is the slop they want, right? Let's give it to them. You know, let's go there. And I just think we deserve better than that. I really do. And like, I'm not trying to shit on the horror genre for out of a bad place. I love this genre. I think everyone really knows that, even if you disagree with everything I say. But we shouldn't like be getting scraps from the table. We should be getting inventive, cool storytelling. We should be getting great performances, character decisions, and characters should be built in ways that are compelling. And we really aren't getting that. You know, I mean, Guilt Over My Mother's Death, the movie. I'm not impressed anymore by the fact that it's just kind of cut and dry. You know, when Relic came out a few years ago, it had something really, really profound and different to say about familiar grief. And if you've ever lost someone in your family that you were close to, that movie hits hard. But you've never seen anything exactly like it. When The Dark and the Wicked came out, it had something new to say by exploring, emotions that people don't immediately identify with horror. But once you see how they work it through the story, it makes sense. I think we deserve better, and I don't think that the low-hanging fruit works for me anymore. Maybe I'm just getting to an age where I'm just not in it just for, well, that was fun, because maybe what's fun to me has changed. I don't know.
I was going to say, you just need some kind of like palate cleanser, it feels like. You just need to kind of step away from everything as you've done so far. And as you said, you'll come back to it eventually. If you do, be great. You'll feel better about it. I was going to say another movie me and Sam saw recently from Miguel Alonso, Eternal Summer. Really good. I liked it a lot.
Okay. Very cool.
It's on 2.
I agree with what McHorror was saying, but I think it's not just the newer horror flicks, but there are a lot that, you watch them one time and you go, hey, that was pretty good. And then you never have the desire to watch them again. And then 6 months later, you forget them. But like you mentioned The Dark and the Wicked, and The Dark and the Wicked to me is like one of the best horror movies that's come out in the past probably decade. And that one's one that definitely, I've watched at least 2 or 3 times since repeat viewings. And like, I haven't forgotten it. We'll never forget it. So totally. If you guys haven't seen The Dark and the Wicked, God, I love that movie.
And I see there's a bunch of different opinions about Hokum on the sidebar. I liked Hokum quite a lot. It's not American horror, of course, that helps. But I didn't love it as much as I wanted to, but I did like it a lot.
Yeah, I liked Hokum a lot too.
I think Oddity was stronger, but
Yeah. Oddity was stronger, but Hokum I thought was pretty darn good too. That I keep forgetting the director's name, but he's 3 for 3 with me. I'm really whatever he does, I'm down for. So,
oh, Mike, just don't.
And then like I was going to say something else about Hokum, but if you guys haven't seen Hokum, check it out. And Oddity for sure. Oddity was so good.
You know,
The opening of Oddity is just like the most tense, anxiety-ridden thing. You know what I mean? Like, just it's so good, so good. Ugh.
I think that. So the only thing I didn't like in all of Hokum really a lot was the TV show, like the Bunny Man TV show thing. That was really tonally out of step with the rest of the movie. Not conceptually maybe, but the way it was done, I felt was like, oh wow, this is almost like Rob Zombie-esque vision. And inside this somber kind of mean, droning, and a little cynical film that really deserves eyes, you know. And I wish they would have curbed that because I didn't like that particularly. And weirdly, I would have liked the film to be about 10 minutes longer to let us live in the final act a little longer. It did feel a little abrupt, but you know, I mean, these are minor nitpicks considering the rest of the movie. Definitely see Hokum.
Yeah, for sure. Anything else you guys want to mention that you've seen recently that's worth mentioning?
Nothing to think of the top of my head.
Okay.
So no one's going to care, but Dhurandhar Part 2, The Revenge, is, especially if you did watch the first film, those two Indian spy films are two of the best serious spy films ever made. And they came out in the last, both of them came out in the last 12 months. You're really missing out if you don't see them and you like spy films. They're dirty and they're grimy. They're not James Bond. They're not the YRF Spy Universe, even though the new YRF Spy Universe film comes out this weekend. And that's where I'm going to be on the 4th of July, Hell or High Water. But this Dhurandhar is completely different. It's mean, it's somber, it's really how the world is. Like, spies do horrible things for good reasons. Be ready. Just great films.
Well, let's talk about some of the big physical media sales that have been going on. Did either of you guys take part in Prime Day or the Severance sale or anything like that? Did anybody in the chat?
Just got my laptop for Prime Day. I also picked up the Predator collection on Prime Day. That was a good deal, I feel like.
Okay, cool. Lauren, did you pick up anything?
I didn't, but I just ordered the Out of the Cellar, the German Out of the Cellar label release of The Club from 1994, which is a film that I've been waiting since the advent of digital media to come out in a digital form. It's one of my favorite, for most of us, direct to video. It had like 7 screens or something when it came out. Okay. I love that film. Joel Weiner, Kim Coates, Andrea Roth. It's amazing. You know all those, even if you don't know. Ward is in it. What's his first name? The redhead.
Zach Ward.
Yeah, Zach Ward is in it. It's you'll know actually every single actor. You'll be like, oh, it's him from or. But it's a great film. It was originally pitched as a Prom Night 5, but they decided not to release it as Prom Night 5, which I think is all for the best. To be honest with you, it deserves to be its own thing. Live, though the VHS label Live Entertainment released it back in the day, and I don't think there's a legit DVD release at all of it. So it's a Blu-ray from Germany. That's the only way it's available right now. I'm sure an American boutique label will eventually get around to it and charge easily the same price that I paid for the import. But it's in the air right now, coming from overseas to me. Can't wait. It's going to be as good as the movie can look, because unfortunately the original negative and the interpositive are missing. They're still missing. So what we have here is off of half-inch tape, and it's the best possible upgrade we're ever going to get of it. But amazing film. If you ever wanted to see Kim fucking Coates as a serial killer gym teacher, this is your movie.
That does sound pretty interesting.
And-
I think it's also interesting that they were going to call it Prom Night 5.
Well, it takes place at a prom, and that's about all it has to do. It's not as silly as Hello, Mary Lou, although there's a couple too many one-liners at the end showing its age of exactly when it came out. But it's a phenomenal film that I think deserves a lot more eyes. And this release isn't going to get it for in America because no one's going to import the thing. In fact, Diabolique, why do you not have it on your site? Why did I have to order it overseas and have it imported myself? Why did that happen?
You might have been able to get up with Jesse, and he could have probably got it for you.
Yeah.
And then but yeah. The Severin sale. This was a big year for Severin. They threw out a lot of great stuff. I picked up, I think, most of it. The Autopsy of Jane Doe, which I think was a great movie that came out a few years ago that just didn't get that much buzz. Nobody really talks about it. Glad that one's got a great release. The Maniac remake with Elijah Wood, I picked that up.
Great film.
Fulci's Black Cat. What Have You Done to Solange?
Oh, Solange, yeah.
Yeah.
Did they release What Have They Done to Your Daughters here yet? The sequel? Well, the thematic sequel?
That I don't know.
I like that movie more, even though I like Solange a lot.
So I got all those, and I went and I looked at some of their half off stuff, but by that point I was like, man, I'm just going to go with these 4 big titles, and I'll be good. Let's see, you guys in the chat, if you picked up anything, let us know. The Disco Italiano box set from Severin, nice. That was a nice looking set. When the hell is Arrow going to release the Enter the Video Store Volume 2? Good question. Good question. Anthropophagus. Okay.
The Grim Reaper in America on VHS back in the day.
They actually released Anthropophagus and Absurd together as like the Fear the Reapers set or something, which is funny because
not actually belong together, even though.
Yeah, it's an odd pairing, but I mean, I guess it's like a George Eastman tribute kind of thing. So
I mean, I just don't understand how he would pitch that as a sequel, and it's like, it's not.
No, it's really not. Christian got Black Cat, nice. Umbrella's doing a buy one get one free sale. That's cool. Anybody get anything from Amazon Prime Day? I know Chris got his laptop, but there were a lot of good physical media sales on Prime Day. It's stuff most of it was stuff I already own though. And then we've got something's coming up from Severin or from Vinegar Syndrome really soon. They've got 3 new titles coming out, and they've got their big sale. Does anybody have any inside knowledge on what those 3 new VS titles are going to be? Just got the Jane Doe 4K. Nice, very nicely done. The Beast Must Die, good one.
Love Beast Must Die.
It's a
Probably
good one.
my favorite werewolf film.
Well, you mentioned Eggers Werewolf. I guess did you catch the trailer for that the other day?
I did.
Looks pretty good.
It does. I appreciate that they're going back to the pre-Germanic folklore side of it and the paganism, as well as the early Christian clash. I love that all that's in there. I like that it kind of looks Natural Born Killerish in the multiple different film formats that are being used. It's one of those things. I know I'm going to like it. It's just a question of, will I build myself up too much like I did with Nosferatu, which I love, but I wanted it to be like my favorite film of the year, and it wasn't.
Yeah, same here.
So I don't want to build it up. I'm not going to watch the trailer again. I'll see the film when it comes out, and I'm good.
I very hesitatingly watched the trailer. I'm glad they didn't show us the wolf or any of the transformations or anything like that. It was a good just setup kind of trailer.
I'm not completely convinced there's gonna be a werewolf in it.
I don't know. He can't call it werewolf and not have a werewolf in it. There will be a backlash
Well, all I was going to say is I didn't see the trailer yet. I'm not going to because I want to be completely surprised by it. But also, like, after the amount of money that Nosferatu made, all the monster fuckers are going to be pissed off there's a werewolf in this.
I don't know. I just have a suspicion that at very least the werewolf won't be actually fully in frame.
Okay.
I mean, that makes it for a better story. But like I said, the monster fuckers would be all pissed off. Like, what? Where's my monster to have sex with?
Well, you never know. I mean, it's Eggers, so he may just throw like a wild, it's also Lily Rose Depp is in it, and she just likes to be naked. So you never know what's going to happen there. You picked up groceries. Well, in today's day and age, you either, you pick one or the other. I went to the grocery store the other day to get a new drink that Jeremy and I are going to do a video on. And the price on it said $7.50 for a 12-pack. And I was like, damn, that's high. But whatever, it'll be a fun video. I took it to the counter, the guy rang it up and he was like $11 and something. I went, whoa. The sticker said $7.50 and he goes, that's if you buy two. And I went, a 12-pack is $11. He goes, it's crazy. And I went, yeah.
I hate to break this to you, Piz, but those are normal Jersey prices.
Well, usually, I mean, like here, like at Kroger or Walmart, they'll do like a 3 for something or the other deal, which isn't too bad.
Yeah.
But like one for $11, I was like, holy crap, man, that's wild. That's wild. And then I think MVD's got a sale coming up pretty soon too. They always do awesome sales. So if you're a physical media nut, there's a lot to go around. But this is the year of Severin so far. They've dropped some really good stuff. So IGA or bust. That's actually where I got that. I got this drink because I got some inside knowledge. Like if you want that, it's at IGA, and so I don't usually shop at IGA, but yeah. Greetings from NorCal. Well, thank you for being here, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you. Well, speaking of physical media, let's talk about the Scream Factory Day of the Dead 4K, because we've had some new revelations regarding the Scream Factory Day of the Dead 4K. Lauren, are you up on the Day of the Dead 4K fiasco?
That they used the audio track from the
Anchor Bay DVD.
Yeah, but that came from. This was the second time this has been a controversy.
I think the first one was like maybe a Japanese release or something like that. I think so, but I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly. There was an alternative audio that was, by the way, in release. So that's where this gets muddy. Like, it's not like this is a new audio track. This is something that some people saw it when they originally saw the film too, which is not exactly like unheard of. I mean, do you know the McLaughlin film One Dark Night?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So compare the DVD or Blu-ray release of that to the VHS, and you'll find there's entirely different audio whatsoever. So it clearly came from a different sourced audio. So this has happened before. Day of the Dead is kind of sacred ground, and I understand why people are upset. I'm less concerned about the artwork controversy because people stop buying packaging, buy movies. Mm-hmm. Just stop. It's just, but I don't know. I didn't buy it. I have Day of the Dead. I don't know, 6 or 7 times in my library. I'm not sure I need to buy it again. Mm-hmm. It's definitely. I mean, Night of the Living Dead is my favorite Romero zombie film, but it's probably my second favorite easily. Mm-hmm. It has to be. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I probably just don't need another copy of it.
Well, just a clip for for anybody who's watching who's not aware. The Day of the Dead 4K search Well, they Scream Factory has been searching for the negative for years. They couldn't find it. They had to go with an interpositive. I still thought the 4K looked fine with an interpositive. It looked fine. But there was an issue with the audio. There's 3 of the 4 tracks feature an altered track. I don't like calling it censored. I can't tell you how many people commented on my review or have messaged me and asking, is all the profanity cut out of it? Is this the TV cut of the movie? It's like, no. It's not. Censored is I don't think it's the right word. It's a little misleading. It's altered. There's 6 instances where dialogue has been altered, and it really doesn't impact the movie, in my opinion. But if you're a purist, as we all, I think, are, we want that original audio. And people have been asking for a response from Scream Factory. Scream Factory has not made an official response. However, Jeff Rowland, and I'm not exactly sure what his exact position is at Scream Factory, but I think he's way up there. He did share this on Blue Sky as a response to people talking about the audio issue. Ari, Day of the Dead audio. Someone on Blu-ray.com decided to start a ridiculous rumor that we used quote-unquote censored audio on our release, and it's starting to spread. No, we effing did not. And F the person who started this. Jesus Christ. I hate that I even have to effing say this, mother effer. So that's his response. And
probably the best way to respond.
I think that's probably, it's a very professional, response to something like this. It's the biggest release they've done in a long time as far as horror movies are concerned. We've been waiting for it for years. They messed up. People would like them to answer for messing up. And this is the closest that we've gotten to an answer. And it's not gone well. In fact, I wonder if he didn't delete that.
I think he's just trying to put it in the voice of Rhodes.
That's
how I read that entirely.
You know what? Maybe that was what he was thinking. He was having a Rhodes moment there. I'm surprised he didn't say choke on it.
Yeah, I was hoping for that. Yeah.
Yeah, choke on him. So that has been the only response we've gotten from anyone within Scream Factory pertaining to this audio issue. However, the audio issue, it's a little deeper than this. And there's been a new spin added to this. Now, my friend Dominic Mancini commented on the post, and he said, real story. Scream Factory hired one of my best pals, Brett Cameron, to do the audio for Day. Then they couldn't find the negatives and sidelined it. When they did the transfer from the interpositive, Scream Factory was sold. Now, keep in mind, when they started this hunt, it was the old Scream Factory under Cliff McMillan. Cliff McMillan left. A new regime was brought in. So there you go. The new owners didn't want anyone who had worked under the prior management. So they turned down a finished and perfected version of the audio that Brett did and hired someone else to do it. That is the work that was on the 4K. Brett Cameron, he's one of the best in the biz. He did the audio for the Black Christmas 4K, which sounded really good. He still has the audio for Day sitting there and waiting to be used, but because of ego, it wasn't used. I have a feeling it will be used on the next Day release, Day 4K, Winky Face. So they had the audio, the original audio, done, ready to roll on this 4K, but when Scream Factory changed hands, they said, nah, we'll just start from scratch. We don't want it. Throw it out.
Okay, so I'm going to play devil's advocate here simply just because I think this is great. This is a gray area. Listen, if they used the television cut where the profanity was cut, this would be an easy just attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I hope everyone out there who's upset that there's some alternative dialogue here is only listening to the original mono track. Because if you're not, you're listening to an altered version that wasn't the original intention of George Romero when he was alive, right? If you're going to be consistent. Now, so film doesn't work this way. Like at one extreme, you have people who want to preserve film without any alterations whatsoever, which is basically technologically impossible because the digital format, just getting it to the digital format, you're going to change it. It will not be, if you only ever want to see films as they originally occurred, you need to watch a print that is struck from that interpositive, okay? Because we don't strike prints from negatives, and projected with a traditional 35 millimeter film projector, okay? If you're going to be just a purist about it, but so like it's always compromised, right? So it's all about a gradation. But I understand, like, do you want George Lucas to come here and change who shot first? Well, you're changing story. You're changing part of the appeal. You're changing the entire thematic thing that is Star Wars, right? Now, Star Wars isn't close to my heart, so I don't really care, right? If I see Star Wars and Greedo shot first, frankly, it doesn't change anything to me. It doesn't, because I don't care that much. But everyone has to make their own decisions. My only issue with this is this the best Day of the Dead has ever looked and sounded? Besides this issue, is that true?
It's debatable. It's debatable.
All right, cool. Like I said, I own this movie a bunch of times. I don't need to buy it again. I've been buying this film since VHS. I've owned it on Laserdisc. I've owned it on DVD several times. For me, I found my sweet spot with it. All you need to go out and find your sweet spot. I'm not sure, like, arguing over purism really makes any sense. If you don't want to buy this release because this bothers you, that's cool. Don't buy this release. There's other ways to buy Day of the Dead. You could be depressed that, like, the supposed Ultimate Edition wasn't your Ultimate Edition, sure. But I would also state that until we get a copy of the thing that includes the shitty television cut with the voiceover in the beginning, I'm not happy either. Because that's how I grew up watching the thing. It feels weird not to have the crappy voiceover in the beginning. Because that's how I grew up with it. So everyone's going to have a different take on this. And that's just kind of like, the uproar seems a little misguided to me, only because, you know what? When Scream Factory decide to do the next release, are they just going to get gun shy? I mean, how much money and time do they want to spend on this stuff if they're just going to get raked over the coals? I don't know.
Well, there's a whole thing about, you know, are we going to have that many more big horror releases coming from them in the future, other than, you know, all we've gotten in the recent past is just re-releases. This is the first. Well, I mean, this is kind of a re-release, but, you know, it's a 4K over a Blu-ray. But
okay,
it is.
Can I respond to Aaron?
Sure.
So thanks first off for just saying my opinion. Just it makes me a miser. That's great. But what you call enhancing for someone else is a detriment. That's just true. Like, you don't get to make your opinion the default position. Changing everything, changes are changes. And the nature of home video and of media period is that it is always changing. You have never watched the same film on different formats and gotten exactly the same experience. Now, the wild swings, and this might qualify as one of them. If you're upset about this, be upset. But do understand that, like, for some people, this is going to be their preferred version. It might be a minority of people. And some people might not care. In fact, I'd say the majority probably don't care. Now, if they took out Savini's gore effects, if they took out character moments or entire scenes that help portray the characters, that would be a big issue. If this is a big issue, I'm completely cool with your opinion, but maybe you should be cool with other people's opinions. That might be nice.
Everybody's got an opinion.
Yep.
So Okay, so Jeff is a producer, video production manager, promo writer, director for Shout Factory per Google. Okay, I wasn't sure if he was over the whole thing now or not, but so yeah, there we go. That is some new twists on the Scream Factory Day of the Dead 4K. And I don't know, what do you guys think in the chat here? Let me see. Oh, by the way, Suzanne Romero passed away just recently. She did an interview on this 4K, and she passed away just recently. SF needs to fix it. Do you think they'll do a steelbook version? Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. Maybe not. I don't know if they can't. If they've still got this audio issue, then I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. So anyway, there you go. They had the audio, and they decided not to use it. And yeah. So
Well, it's all good, Aaron.
yeah, it's all good. We can all have differences of opinion. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. If we're not having discussions about shit we care about, let alone what we love, there's a problem.
Exactly.
It's nothing but love,
Exactly.
man. Promise.
Yeah. For me, it feels like nothing but it's like trade-offs kind of stuff. What are you willing to sacrifice for something new? And even then, I want to give them, like, if I'm giving them enough kind of like credit, it sounds like from that little what they call it, the Blue Sky post. I don't know, like a tweet,
Yeah.
whatever shit.
Blue Sky.
Anyway, it sounds like in the shuffle of changing ownership, they may have not realized, oh, we have this audio track to use. Let's use the one we think is the new one. Like you say, like, oh, this is the new one we saved. So they may have not realized it until after it shipped off. But from a business perspective, it's like, oh, we could double dip on this. We'll just release later on, like, oh, in 5 years to the next anniversary, we'll just like, oh, brand new audio track cleaned up.
Scream Factory trying to get more money out of the same titles? Nah.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Wouldn't happen.
The problem with that though is, I mean, Second Sight is doing their own 4K. I mean, it's nothing's been made official, but it's happening. They're going to do it. They'll probably have the correct audio. If they're only working with an interpositive, I don't know how much better the image quality is going to be unless they tweak it somehow with AI or God knows what, which I'd prefer they not, honestly. But
exactly, yeah. Because as somebody who saw the Interstellar 5555 Daft Punk movie with AI fixing it in theaters, it was atrocious. It looked way better 20 years ago, over 25 years ago, than it did with the AI fix.
Yeah. But they'll probably have. I mean, it'll be another one of those beautiful limited edition releases. I'm sure they'll have lots of extras. They'll have the correct audio. They'll probably have a better Atmos track on there, so that could screw Scream Factory's future plans if they do that. But who knows if they price it right? Who knows? Yes. They will have better. Well, yeah, they might have better encoding. Yeah, that's right.
To bring us back to an earlier part of the conversation, though, like, how telling is it that we're talking, debating, and worrying about the purity of a film from 1985?
It's not just any film from 1985, though.
No, it's not. That's fair. But my point is, there's more passion about this title than current releases.
Oh, sure. By far. Yeah.
And that has to do with the quality of the film.
That's very telling. Yes. Yes, Lauren does have a YouTube channel. Lauren, what is your YouTube channel?
Visited by Voices 1 on the YouTube.
Visited by Voices 1.
It's perhaps not as active as it once was, but it is still rolling on.
Very cool.
Grown-up life gets in the way.
It does. Well, if it's a 4K, it should be region free. Now, if they do extras on Blu-rays, those will probably be region locked. Which is what happens with a lot of these 4K releases that come from abroad. The 4K will be region free, but the Blu-rays with the extras on them will be locked. So, oh, Little Miss Vortex just subscribed to the Visited by Voices channel.
Thank you. The channel's all about a lot of people's opinions beyond me. That's why it's called Visited by Voices, including someone below us.
That's correct.
Exactly. I was on the last episode of Region Free to give my opinions on seeing Night of the Creeps for the first time.
Exactly.
So you saw Night of the Creeps for the first time recently?
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
Oh, it was great. I loved it. And I was going to say is I like Monster Squad a little more, but I think it's just my own nostalgia for things.
Yeah.
Is kind of, I think, like with this Day of the Dead, a lot of it is we're trying to recapture that feeling of the first time we saw it as a kid, that childhood wonder behind it all.
Yeah. Glad you saw Creeps, man. That's a great freaking movie. Yeah.
I regret not seeing it sooner, but it's just, I don't know, just never appeared on my radar.
Yeah. Oh, and Monster Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I just hear the words Monster Squad put together, I can't help but smile. So, such a great movie. Okay. Oh, okay. So Christian wants to add to the debate here. I think to add to the debate about this whole Day of the Dead thing is if we're paying premium prices, we demand quality. End of the day, I'm glad SF got called out about it. If not, quality will fall.
Yeah, very good point.
Good point. Oh, you've got to watch Night of the Creeps, man.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Got to watch Night of the Creeps.
It's one of the best of the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
By far.
Creeps over Squad. I mean, again, maybe it's nostalgia for me. But for me, it's Squad. But Creeps is really close. I mean, those two movies back to back are just incredible. So you can't go wrong with either one, in my opinion. So, and Chris, you know this. Full Moon Tattoo and Horror Festival have announced their dates for next year. So that's going to be another fun time, hopefully. So it's the same Easter weekend next year. So hopefully we'll all be able to get together again. And who knows, maybe Lauren can come down from Jersey.
Hey, listen, when we started getting together at conventions, it was my deal. I just have been MIA for years.
Oh,
I'd love to do it. I'd love to get together with all you guys again. I really would. It has to happen.
Maybe this will be the year. Maybe next year will be the year, I should say. So, and Ben, hopefully Ben doesn't sell us out for Japan again this year. Japan.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah, really. Jeez. But speaking of conventions, we have got some interesting news here. Kurt Russell is about to make his very first convention appearance. Now, I'm sure everybody here watching this, I'm sure both of you gentlemen are huge fans of Kurt Russell. Who isn't? But it's not going to be cheap. It's not going to be cheap. So let me show you guys. And this is going to be Fan Expo in Chicago. And actually, I'm surprised. They've actually got a really awesome guest list of pretty big names. And I just kind of wanted to go over some of the prices. And not to say that, look, Kurt Russell's a legend. I think he's worth every penny if you've got the pennies to pay for it. I'm sure he's not going to have much downtime over that weekend, I'm sure. So he'll be a very, very busy man. But so Mr. Russell's pricing for an autographed 8x10 is $299.99. For an autograph premium, which includes any photo over 8x10, a comic book, books, magazines, scripts, newspapers, non-sports cards, DVDs, video games, movie poster, mini poster, action figure, and Funko Pop is $399.99. And a premium bulky shield, props, clothing, sports equipment, etc. is basically $500. And the photo op with him is $250.
So I can get my shield that's a recreate from the computer who escaped from LA signed?
Yes, for $500 though.
Damn.
Now that brings me to it, and I've been planning on doing a convention pet peeves video because this is something I'm noticing at a lot more conventions or a lot more celebs are doing is this like itemized pricing. back in the day, I mean, everything was all under, you paid your money and they signed whatever you wanted them to sign, and they'd all, do you want me to personalize it? Do you want a quote from the movie? It was all inclusive. Now we've got to break things down into premium and bulky premium, and if you want it personalized, it's this much, and if you want a quote from the character, it's this much, and if you want if you want me to look at you while we interact, then that's going to cost this much. And if I don't know, I'm not a big fan of that, but would either of you gentlemen be interested in meeting Mr. Russell for these prices?
No. But I've never been one for celebrities to begin with. I'm not the clientele for this. It makes me kind of wonder, are they gonna get like a ruler, like, oh, this is a 9x11? No, I'm sorry, gotta raise the price on you.
It wouldn't surprise me. It really would not surprise me.
And even then, at what point do we get charged for breathing the same air?
Don't give them any ideas. There's a proximity charge. You know what I mean?
The problem is that, like, when I started going to horror conventions back in the Fangoria Weekend of Horror days, when it was still could be in Manhattan in a hotel, the people that were the celebrities were only celebrities in that room. They walked down 6th Avenue, they weren't being stopped by anyone for autographs. No one outside the fandom knew Gunnar Hansen or Angus Scrimm, right? Somewhere along the lines, legitimate movie stars got involved in this, whether pop or at least pop culture figures, and the pricing was now for normies, not for the hardcore fans that formed like the insular fandom, right? This would never have flown back then,
right?
Because conventions were much more than the dealer rooms and much more than the signing booths. It was about the auditorium and hearing them speak and answer questions and that side of it is almost extinct, really. And that used to be the most important part. So things have just fundamentally changed, and I like Kurt Russell a lot, but I'm sorry, a car payment plus. I'm just not sure if that makes any sense for me. I met Christina Ricci a couple of years ago, and she was probably the last signature I need, right? And that wasn't anywhere near this expensive, like nowhere near this expensive. I don't know. I think that maybe the celebrities should do it because they genuinely want to meet their fans, not want to make money off their fans. Because back in the day when it was Angus Scrimm and Bruce Campbell back then, and they were just blown away that people cared enough to come out to meet them. And that was so much healthier. I'm an old man now. I get it. It's not going back, but
yeah,
the Walking Dead and the It kids, and they all led to where we are now.
Yeah.
And it's just not, I don't have nearly as much fun at conventions as I used to. That's why I go to way fewer.
Yeah. And look, I mean, there's a distinct period in time before The Walking Dead and after The Walking Dead at conventions. And say what you will about The Walking Dead, it's whatever. But that's a factual statement. And look, that's why we're seeing more big celebs doing conventions, because they can walk away with for not even be there the whole weekend, just be there 1 or 2 days and walk away with 6 figures easily. And this is money too. I mean, how close is the tax man keeping an eye on this money too? Because it's all cash, right? So once that word spread, I mean, now you see big names at conventions. You see Avengers cast members at conventions. You see bigger and bigger names coming to conventions, to the point where I've actually heard that some of the talent agencies, the Hollywood talent agencies, are like starting their own convention booking wing to have agents that just book conventions for celebs. And some celebs who choose to do conventions over movies because they're going to make more at the convention than the movie, are risking being blacklisted. So the convention scene is no longer just this little thing of ours. You know what I mean? It's no longer that. It's not been that for a while, and it's just going to get more and more, you know.
And that's kind of how I feel about the whole horror genre, to be completely honest with you. That's why, frankly, what you do and what I do to a much lesser extent online, I think is the only antidote out there to it, because the big horror websites, I don't even visit them anymore, but they became part of the promotion machine a long time ago. Even the physical media companies releasing the movies, there comes a point where you're saying, can you please release my movies for $25, which I know you can do? If you really love the genre, you would do that. Anchor Bay loved the genre.
Oh yeah,
no question about it. You didn't release The Blind Dead at that time and expect it to just go over like crazy. It did, but no one expected Tombs of the Blind Dead to go over like that. It was done because they were honest fans. And now, you know, hey, there's a super deluxe version with a hard box and 6 extras for a movie that, frankly, most people passed over at the video store if they were old enough to have encountered it there. I feel like the whole genre kind of doesn't belong to the fans anymore. It belongs to the money. And that shows up in the movies being released in theaters, too.
I was going to agree with Lauren, but also it's not just the genre. It's not just horror. It's what this audience is kind of aware of as horror. It is across the board in everything pop culture related for cons. As somebody who's been in the background of a con over 20 years now, I saw this coming years ago, where a couple of cons I volunteered at, they tried having like free autographs and so forth. At some point, the con owners got strong-armed by the celebrity saying, if you don't allow us to charge extra for these autographs, we just won't show up anymore. We can go over here instead and get this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, and that's, and this is, Silaran asks a good question. Who sets the prices? I've not been to a con. Well, if you ask the celebrity will say that the convention sets the prices. If you ask the convention will say the celebrity sets the prices.
It's between both.
Right. And I think it's, I think when it comes to how much they're going to charge for their signatures and stuff, that's all the celeb and the manager side. Mm-hmm. But like when you throw into it like these photo ops and all these other things that they charge money for, I think that to me seems like more of the give and take, because the convention's hiring the photo people and
Well, yeah, a lot of it, when it comes down to who choose the price, it's between both, because if the con is willing to pay the celebrity more, they will lower the price of the autograph.
And a lot of celebrities these days, and I guarantee you Kurt Russell is one of them, has a guarantee. So he's promised, if you come to this thing, you will make $100,000 for the weekend. And that's at least. And if you only make 99,000, then the convention's on the hook for the other 10. Or the other one, sorry. So
those pennies add up.
They add up big time.
I think everyone knows like my love of Exorcist and Exorcist 3, everything William Peter Blatty, really, but like the original Exorcist is like such a incredibly important film to me. And I really wish that the convention circuit didn't exist for Linda Blair, because I would love to just have only good feelings. So what I'm saying by that is that sometimes these exorbitant prices and sometimes the tired actors who just want to get through the line end up having a negative effect on stuff that we love. Like it actually makes themselves less valuable in the long run to us. And by the way, the first time you do a convention, you're going to get your $500, right? The 10th time, you're not getting $500.
Right. We actually have Eli Roth's attorney here.
Oh, good.
And maybe he can bring some, break this down for us from a legal perspective. Kurt Russell wants $299 for an 8x10, $200 for a character name, and $400 for a quote. $100 to attend the Q&A event, which actually I almost forgot. There is actually a Kurt Russell live event that's happening
it is
too.
by now. Wow.
And so there's the ticket prices for the Kurt Russell live event. Well, wait, it didn't switch over.
Do you get a refund if he's not live at that time?
But I would think so. That could be a good question for Eli Roth's attorney. He could break it down for us, I think. But and look, I absolutely respect Kurt Russell, and like I said before, he's a legend, and he deserves every penny to whoever is willing to pay for it. And I don't think there will be no shortage of people there to meet him. He will be busy all weekend long. This isn't about disrespecting Kurt Russell. This is just about, we're getting bigger and bigger names at conventions, and those bigger names have really big prices. To be perfectly honest, and let me switch back over here. Maybe that worked. Maybe it didn't. Okay. To be perfectly honest, I kind of thought they'd be more. $3.99 for an 8x10. I kind of thought I was thinking like Mark Hamill pricing. I was thinking $500 for that 8x10.
Well, I was going to say there's a celebrity con several years ago here in San Antonio. Schwarzenegger showed up for it, and his prices are slightly higher than this. And this is like, I think around the pandemic, like before the pandemic or right after the pandemic kind of time period. So, he's not a celebrity, I guess.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh gosh, I'm afraid to click on this one. Cliff Booth says I'd pay Kurt Russell's autograph fee if he was signing papers for my adoption. Hey, who wouldn't want to be Kurt Russell's son, for God's sake, and Cliff, I also appreciate you holding back on the Fairuza Balkans. I was sure there was going to be a Fairuza Balkans.
Well, Dan's not here, so.
Okay. That's what saved it. Okay. All right. But let's actually take it, because Kurt Russell's not the only, pretty big celeb who's going to be there at Chicago Fan Expo. Mel Gibson, Mad Max himself, is going to be there.
Oh my God.
How much they call me sugar tits?
So his autograph price for an 8x10 is $250. An autograph premium, though it doesn't break it down, what could be considered premium, is $295. Photo op is $250. Wow. How much to go on that rant? That voicemail rant right for me right now. He throw enough coin out there, he might do it. You never know. Good Lord. Any big Mel Gibson fans here in the chat? Chris B, thank you for the $4.99, my friend. Unfortunately, everything has become a money grab in life. My hope is with high prices, it will help the lesser known ones who keep the same prices. Yep. I think, I respect any celeb who's kind of kept it reasonable. And there's a lot of celebs who haven't kept it reasonable. And I think there's some of them that look around the room and they go, I don't want to be the cheapest. So, they scribble out what they came with and add a little bit to it. But, it's a whole new world out there for the convention prices, man. But Chris, I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. As long as they report that for income tax, they will. Where's Eli Roth's attorney? If you don't care, how would the government keep an eye on this sort of thing? Would they have undercover agents at the convention kind of keeping an eye on these big celebrities and the money that's changing hands? Let us know. I assume you would know, since you're an attorney, and attorneys know everything. But so Mel Gibson's going to be there. And you know what? $250, 8x10. He's Mad Max, for God's sake. He's what was the character's name in Lethal Weapon?
Oh, I thought you were going to go with Working Girls.
Yeah.
He was William Wallace. He was William Wallace.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't. What was the character's name in freaking?
Now I'm drawing like something Tao, or I think.
I don't know. I can't. I don't remember. Carl Urban's
hey.
gonna be there. I love Carl Urban.
Yeah.
8x10, $100. That seems pretty reasonable for Carl Urban.
How much for the guy and everything I've never saw in the 2000s?
You should have him sign something like that from the guy. Carl Urban. I love Carl Urban. Judge Dredd. Freaking Johnny Cage. $100 for an 8x10, $130 for a premium item, and $130 for a photo op. You know, for somebody like Carl Urban, that seems pretty reasonable by today's. Well, I'd say less than. I mean, that's based on today's pricing. That's pretty good, I think, to be honest. I would invite Kurt to have drinks, and I'll pay $300 for that before giving it away. Did that with Savini and Kane Hodder. Okay, it's going to be more than $300 to have drinks with Snake Plissken. That's for sure.
Did the glasses have little lifts for Kane Hodder to appear a little taller?
Oh, come on. Mr. T is going to be there. John Carpenter. The whole Lord of the Rings cast is going to be there. Here we go. Dolph Lundgren. Let's see what Dolph Lundgren's. $90 for an 8x10. He was He-Man. $130 for a premium item and $90 for a photo op.
How much did my chemistry homework?
That's negotiable. And you'd get an A. He's a smart fella. You'd get an A. That's for darn sure. And of course, Danny Glover. You got Mel Gibson. You got to have Danny Glover there. Danny Glover, $70 for an 8x10. $90 for a premium item and $80 for a photo op. However, they exclude Predator 2 from his bio here, which is, I don't appreciate that at all.
I mean, they also exclude Angels in the Outfield, so
that's true.
And Saw.
That's true.
Well, yeah. Okay. It's not a horror centric convention, so maybe they. Yeah. Let's see what's going on out in the chat. How do you guys feel about these prices in the chat?
Reggie Bannister signed an 8x10 for me for $10 back in the day. That's all I'm saying. It's still on the wall.
I think when I met him, like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, he was still $20. Yeah. So I mean, he was,
because again, like outside of the Phantasm fans, I mean, why wouldn't you protect that fandom when that's what made you?
Exactly.
That's healthier. I really wish conventions would get away from the celebrity tables almost entirely, to be completely honest with you. It should be a place for fans to gather and celebrate the genre. Yeah, a vendor table should be there, but I would be so much more into a fan event than a celebrity meet and greet where you walk out having saved up for a couple $1,000s to spend on paper that you're going to forget you got.
Hold on. Do you think I'm going to forget this paper? Nightmare Sisters, signed by Linnea, Michelle, and Brink Stevens. Okay, I will never forget this piece of paper.
Do we just get demonetized?
No, there's lightning bolts covering their parts.
I'm just kind of saying you could have spent that same money on a real experience.
Well, okay.
In that same city.
Listen, meeting those three ladies was an experience in and of itself.
Linnea was very sweet when I met her, and she even did a promo for the channel. So.
Oh, cool. Martin Riggs. How could I forget Martin Riggs? Yeah. Lord have mercy. Martin Riggs. Yes. Carl Urban is great. I love Carl Urban. Judge Dredd. Yes. Great movie. The Stallone one, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Who did signings at liquor stores?
Dan Aykroyd.
Oh, okay, for the vodka. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yes, Predator 2 is a masterpiece. Predator 2, yes. Gene Simmons is going to be at Mad Monster Party. You can have dinner with him for $875, worth every penny. Every penny. Just to be in that man's presence. Early Fangoria shows were $20. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like the really early ones, all you had to do was pay 20 to get in, and then everybody was like part of it. People would sign everything without, those days are long gone.
I will forever remember Gunnar Hansen being at the February Weekend of Horrors in Manhattan early. So he was just hanging out in the lobby, meeting people as they walked through the door like a doorman. And he was just ecstatic that people cared.
Yeah.
A wonderful, wonderful man who cared about his fans and would never, ever, ever fleece them.
Yes.
And that was kind of everyone at the time. Like, I know things have changed, but I remember Savini at those early shows was like extraordinarily gracious, and I mean, obviously you've heard all the stories since, and I'm not discounting any of that, but I'm saying in the beginning, when it was just kind of like the horror insiders, the hardcore fans, things were just different. There was a lot more respect, and they were more fun, by the way. It wasn't just like, what am I going to spend my money on? It was like a party among friends that you didn't know you had.
Yeah. I want an autograph from you guys in CHH. How much would you charge? We can negotiate. If you come to Full Moon next year, we can negotiate pricing. It'll be. Is it a premium? Is it a bulky premium item though? Because that, CHH doesn't just sign anything. You know what I mean? He wants his money.
If you buy one of my books and bring it to me, I'll sign it for you badly.
Yeah.
For the cover price, babe.
There you go. I smoked a cigar with Argento in Texas one night.
Yeah.
That's an experience I'd like to have. That's definitely an experience I want to have.
It's kind of the thing. Like I said before, I used to work behind the scenes for cons for a while. Back in the day, the celebrities who did show up at the cons would hang out with the staff after the con was over, like some little after party, and just chill out and have fun.
Anybody else here you guys want me to check out as far as okay, Pauly Shore is going to be there. How much is Pauly? $60 for an autograph, $80 for a photo op. Man of the people. Man of the people. What?
Hey, how much are you on Bosch?
Is there
Black Power Ranger guy? Wait.
Is there a cat going to be there?
Yeah, so Jason Marsden is the voice for Binks the cat.
Oh my God.
He was also in a lot of shows I used to like as a kid. I'm surprised I didn't put up like Goofy movie. He was the voice of Max Goof.
Nobody tell Jeremy about this, or he'll want to go just to meet the guy who did the voice of Binks. Nobody tell Jeremy about that.
But the guy next to him, the Black Power Ranger, Dragon Bosch, I literally went to parties with him at cons and hung out with him. How much you charging? $80? Oh,
$60 for an autograph.
Jesus. Like, I had so many things from him for free.
Let's see. Ooh, Robert Davi. I'd love to meet Robert Davi. Let's see. How much is Robert? $50 for an autograph, $70 for a photo op. It's Robert Davi. Get him to sign a Maniac Cop 2 poster. Let's see here. Who else have we got? Peggy the dog from Deadpool. How much is I'm assuming.
How do we know that's the same dog?
Exactly.
I'm assuming they're going to dip that poor dog's paw in ink and then
I guess.
Poor dog. That seems like animal abuse to me.
I'm okay with it.
I love Christopher Lambert. How much is Christopher Lambert? $80 for an 8x10, $80 for a photo op. Love Christopher Lambert. What's Corey Feldman charging these days? $80 personalized, $160 unpersonalized for 8x10s and 11x17s. $200 for autograph premiums, $100 photo op.
Is there a discount if I have them sign a CD?
Yeah. Also, I was going to say is they have all the Ninja Turtles people underneath it. They don't Ninja Turtles about Corey Feldman because he was the voice of Donatello.
He was the voice of Donatello. He was. Let's see here.
Ron Perlman. How much is he?
Let's see how much Ron Perlman is. $80 for an autograph, $80 for a photo op. Let's see. Who else have we got here? Keith David. I've never met Keith David. I love him. $70 for a photo op, $90 or $70 for autograph, $90 for photo op.
He just got a star on the Walk of Fame.
Oh, much deserved. Let's see about data. $60, $80 for premium, $80 for a photo op.
Okay. Well, if you get Brent Spinner's autograph, you need to have an AI photo. He gets the autograph.
Daphne King's going to be there. $80 for an 8x10, $100 for an autograph, $100 for photo op. Okay. Anybody else?
Carpenter's there for a check, of course.
See what's car 150 for an 8x10, 175 for premium, 200 for bulky, 120 for a photo op.
Half that if you say something nice about Ghost of Mars of the Ward.
I heard a funny story about Elijah Wood from somebody who worked at a convention one time. He was apparently desperate to go get coffee. He couldn't just get coffee at regular coffee. He had to go get, like, I guess, what's the Starbucks or something. And it was a trek to get there, but not that far. And so this lady was like, well, I'll just give you a ride. And he goes, no. I'll go. I'll find it. And she's like, no. I'll take you. No. I'll find it. He got lost.
Oh.
And she had to go find him. So she went into more detail than that I won't go into here, but I just thought it's kind of funny. He got lost on the way to Starbucks and she had to go find him. And this was in a major city. This wasn't just like, I don't know. Anyway,
one coffee to rule them all.
Yeah, exactly. It was his precious, this Starbucks. Let's see what's going on in the chat here. Keith David signed my voodoo. What's with all this voodoo bullshit? Oh, okay. I thought you were saying he put voodoo stuff on it, like for a minute there. You do have an autograph from me and Jeremy. From a Part 3 Hawk. Okay, cool, man. Awesome. That's great. You want to see Mr. T's pricing? Let's see what's up with the T. 150 for an 8x10, 200 for a premium, 300 for a bulky, 159 for a photo op. That is with the T-Man.
Stay in drugs, kids.
All these big celeb names, but my best con memory was getting drunk with Bill Hinsman and James Duval at a tiki bar.
Nice.
I bet that was fun. All right. So Fan Expo in Chicago is going to be a pretty big event, and it's there you go. I wonder. Let's see how much a photo op is with both of them, with Riggs and Murtaugh. Surely there's a Riggs and Murtaugh photo op. There's got to be a Riggs and Murtaugh photo op here. No. There's really. They're not doing a dual photo op together.
They're waiting till they sell the individual photos.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting. I thought for sure they'd do okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Yeah. Well, I would have loved to have met Angus Scrimm too. He was going to be at a Scarefest. They had a Scarefest a few years ago where it was like Don Coscarelli, Reggie, Angus, and Michael, and the older brother. I can't think of his name, and a couple other people. It was like a big Phantasm thing. And Angus had to cancel because he was not feeling well. I think he passed away shortly thereafter too. But I would have loved to have met Angus Scrimm. Always heard great things about him. Anything else on you guys' minds you want to talk? Or anything else on the minds of the chat here? Anything you guys want us to talk about, or anything that we discussed over the course of tonight's show? Want to meet the dog from Good Boy? He was a good boy. He was a good boy for sure.
Didn't like that movie either.
Oh, I liked Good Boy. I liked it. Anything else you guys want to talk about tonight? Anything on your all's minds?
Not off the top of my head. I will say though, it's like I feel like it's been a really great year for horror in general, or at least a more original horror. And definitely, I feel like this could be the year. I'm crossing fingers that all the big budget ones don't come out as often, like the Scream Sevens and everything like that. Like I feel like, well, no, Scream Seven did a lot of money. Never mind. So I think the other ones that kind of bombed pretty hard this year that everybody's anticipating being big.
Mhm. Well, I mean, you know, we had, and I've said this before, and I got in trouble over it, but an indie horror movie that cost less than $100,000. Or I'm sorry, how much did Obsession cost? It was less than $1 million, right?
Yeah,
Anyway,
750.
it outperformed a Star Wars movie, and it did the impossible. It kept making more money over following weekends. Like you never see that with any movie. Most movies, their big weekend is the opening one, and then after that, it's just downhill. Not for Obsession. Obsession kept making more and more money, kept sticking around at the top of the box office. And again, an indie horror movie that costs less than $1 million outperformed a Star Wars movie. That to me is crazy. Crazy good.
Mm-hmm.
Not any, whatever when it comes to Star Wars, whatever, but it's Star Wars. You know what I mean? That's the story of 2026 for me. And I couldn't agree more. I think it's been a very good year for horror, and hopefully there'll be some other great horror movies that come out, and hopefully what movies like Obsession and Backrooms will tell the industry is that, look, you don't have to spend a fortune, just give us a good, solid, modestly budgeted horror movie, and something that's, not a remake, a reboot, whatever. I'm down for it. I was just looking to see if there's anything else coming out for the rest of this year that sounds really interesting. I did mention Clayface. I am excited for Evil Dead Burn. I mean, it's another Evil Dead movie, but that franchise has a pretty good track record in my book. So, of course, Werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, anything else coming out good this year? Don't care about Insidious, the new Insidious movie. I don't know. What else is coming out later this year you guys want to see?
You mentioned it. Basically, Clayface and Werewolf. It's better for me. I feel like off the top of my head.
Not interested in Burn?
Not really, no.
So any interesting stories from your time working at conventions, Chris? Did you ever, I mean, you're a big tall fella. Did you ever have to get physical with anybody?
No, never had to, thankfully. Okay. No, I was at the convention I used to work for. We only had like one negative celebrity interaction. But that's about it. Everybody else has been super nice to us all, and it's been all great. Another thing also I'd say is being on the background of celebrities and kind of knowing this stuff. Another thing, people always wonder why cons charge so much more. One, celebrities cost more. Two, the venues cost more now because the city and the state realize, oh, these are money grabbers. We can see this, so they're going to want their car off the top ahead of time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And also going to say is the city charges different for different cons. So if it's like a space con or something like that, they may charge less to bring in more celebrities for taxes of people coming to use the hotels. Whereas a smaller con, they may source more for because they don't see as much revenue coming off of that.
Okay. That makes sense. Mark Soper from Blood Rage is doing his first con in Buffalo. Okay. Interesting. I am extremely excited for the Fright Night 2 4K. I wish they'd hurry up and go ahead and get those pre-orders out. I want to get it done. Yes, Barbarian is finally coming to physical. We're getting a 4K steelbook, and it's a studio release. So it's finally happening, folks. Yes. Any stories about Doug Bradley? I've met him a couple of times. The first time I met him, super, super nice. The second time I met him, I think I made a mistake because I asked him about, there were rumors of like a Hellraiser reboot, remake, or something happening that Clive Barker was going to direct. And I think by the time the rumors came out about that, it was already dead. So I asked him about it, and he was like, "You probably know more than me." And then that was it. Like, I got nothing else out of him. I shouldn't have brought it up, but he was just like, "Yeah, so $50." So I think I took the wind out of him by asking him about that. And I think that was also kind of right after, like, I think he was pretty much done with the series at that point, and the series was kind of done with him too. So I think, I don't know. But first time I met him, great. Absolutely. As soon as that pre-order goes up, I'm jumping on it big time. I went to middle school and high school with Curry, and I think it's insane that the guy I used to make Lego Star Wars stop motion animations with is doing so well. Happy for him. That's awesome.
Stephen Curry, the basketball player?
Curry Barker.
Yeah.
Curry Barker. And he's we all know this, but he's doing a Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That seems like a waste of.
It does.
We're never going to get another Texas Chainsaw Massacre that's going to anywhere near the original.
Yeah, I mean, I know.
I don't know. Can we just not do the long-running franchises anymore? We just a moment ago were celebrating the fact that there's new stuff, right? Even though I haven't seen them.
Right.
Can we let those guys go?
And there's a rumor going around now that the Halloween television series is dead, and they're focusing on making a new movie for the 50th anniversary, which is only a couple of years away.
Yep.
So
my understanding is that's absolutely 100% real.
It makes more sense than a TV series anyway, and it's the 50th anniversary. Of course, they need to do something, but is it going to be
the third Rob Zombie movie?
Thank God. If they turn to one man to revive that franchise, may it be Rob Zombie.
That's right.
What about a Curry Barker Halloween instead of a Curry Barker?
No, some original.
Same problem.
Well, and like, what are they going to? It's the 50th anniversary. Like, just don't throw another reboot at us. Like, we all like. God, I don't know. It kind of because that's what they're going to do. It'll just be a reboot. Like, here's the backstory, and here's the new Laurie and the new Dr. Loomis probably, and I really wish they would do something just totally disconnected from everything else, or bring the Thorn back into it. I want more Thorn. But that will never happen.
How about we do the most respectful thing we can and put the original film back in theaters as a major tentpole release, not just as like a Fathom event.
Mm-hmm.
Let's show what a classic it really is, and let people see the original in all of its glory. And then there could be Fathom events for certain sequels that are more popular. That's fine, but like, let's get the original film back on the big screen. Like, that's what everyone really wants anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
That would be great. I'd be all for that. And speaking of that, August 18th, they're bringing Chainsaw back to theaters.
Yeah, and you see, I will forever be okay with that. Like, the films themselves deserve their legacy.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like we whittled all these franchises down to the thinnest sticks we possibly can, and then we're shocked when they disappoint. Initially there's a lot of excitement when every one of these comes out, and then you ask 6 months later and people are a lot cooler, and you ask 2 years later and no one likes those movies anymore. So it's like once the hype subsides, it's just not worth doing. I think there's like, I didn't see Backrooms, I didn't see Obsession, but like, if those are new modern classics, then that's awesome to me.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually I'll get to them when I get my head straight about it. Okay, that's cool. I just don't want to see more Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because it's going to be a pale imitation of what we got before. Now, and like I said, I've said to some close friends, like, Saw X was a miracle to be the best in its series, right? But you want to know what? I don't trust that there'll ever be that hat trick again. So if it's over, cool. And I just don't think that that's going to happen with a different franchise. I just don't. So.
I mean, it would be cool. Like, it would be cool for the 50th anniversary of Halloween that they do something different and exciting. Well, not too. I mean,
You could have John Carpenter remaster the score and re-release it in theaters. Like, oh, something new but still original.
that'd be fun. Yeah. I mean, they're gonna do this new movie. I just hope it's not gonna be another reboot or remake or
Well, how is it not going to
reimagining.
be though?
I know. I just hate that. I don't know.
Are we getting a legacy sequel to Halloween 3 finally, or?
No, that will
No.
never happen.
Yeah, I know.
That'll
I'm just
So-
being silly.
All kidding aside, what I heard the last pitch that has gaining steam on a movie was Michael from the whole film from Michael Myers' point of view, like the opening scene, but it never cuts away from that. And I have no interest in that.
Yeah, I can't. No, I don't think people would. I mean, people want to see him in the mask, and
Well, you know what they'll do there? They'll find a lot of mirrors and shit, but
Yeah,
reflections and knives and stuff. But I don't. I think everyone out there who thinks they want more Halloween need to look themselves in the mirror and ask them what they're actually looking for.
Yeah.
We've had some great slasher films, new slasher films come out. We've had some terrible ones too, but the original Halloween is special. The original Friday the 13th is special.
Yeah.
We need to kind of really take the moment to embrace them while their creators are still here to know how much they mean to us, and we got to stop whittling them down. John Carpenter is not a fan of the sequels for a reason, including the one he was involved in, for a reason. Sean Cunningham still, I don't think, has seen all the sequels.
Probably not. No.
And you know what? I don't blame him, because who wants to be that guy who looks at your legacy through someone else's eyes, getting more attention than what you created? I get it.
Godzilla minus zero. Yeah. That'll be good. No Love for Ice Cream Man. I've not really seen or heard that much about it. And if Clint Howard's not in it, I'm not interested. Korean Zombie Colony in August. Okay, never heard of that one.
If you're excited about that, Zombie was the first Pakistani zombie film that came out this year. It just had its theatrical run through AMC and some Regals. It was a lot of damn fun. It should be hitting streaming later this month. The new month, July. Prime will have it if your streamer of choice doesn't. Lots of fun. It's about a gym where a zombie outbreak takes place. It's confined to inside the gym. It feels almost like the Demons movies, but with zombies, traditional zombies. It's got a big sense of humor, a big heart. You care about the characters, and then it gets kooky and crazy as almost to a Resident Evil film level by the end. But it's welcome because you like the characters, and it was a good time. It was a good time. Won't change your life. It's a good time.
That sounds like fun. Yeah. Hellraiser and Saw games look good. Yeah, and the Halloween game looks pretty good too. That one's going to be dropping in September, so that's not far away. I'm excited for Burn and Zach Krager's Resident Evil. I'll see it for sure.
I'll see it, but I'm kind of like, am I hate watching it, or am I just going to actually excited for it kind of stuff?
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see what he's going to do with it. The thing with Zach Krager's movies for me is they open really good, I get invested, and then the reveal happens, and I'm like, oh, that's it.
Yep.
So,
are we gonna have the zombies like Naruto running, kind of around everywhere, kind of stuff?
That would be funny. Terrifier proved that new slasher icons can be made. That's true.
You say that, but I was going to ask you, Piz, anything more about the suit?
No, nothing more that I've heard. But for you guys out there who aren't aware, Ruthless Studios, who produced All Hallows Eve, is suing Terrifier, Damien Leone, and the producers basically for ownership of Art the Clown, claiming that Damien Leone signed over the rights for $5,000 to them, to everything Terrifier related, everything Art the Clown related. And only now they're coming to collect after there's been two extremely lucrative sequels, and there's hundreds of millions of dollars in merch.
Yeah. So the way derivative rights work, that's going to be a really hard case for them. Characters are not necessarily confined to original works. This has been litigated. We know this. They could point out if there was anything they added that was not in the original screenplay, but came from studio notes or something. They could make a play for that. But because film is such a collaborative art form, in the past, those have always failed. Without a rights reversal issue in play, I think they're going to lose this one pretty fast. I think they'll give up. If they don't get a nuisance payout, they're going to lose.
I was going to say, I think that's what they're going for is a payout, where it's just kind of like, okay, we're just going to annoy you enough with lawyers. Give us some money.
They don't even want the money. You know what they want? They want a piece of the next movie. That's it.
Yeah, but that's what they're shooting for. They're shooting for the stars. It's like, oh, what a piece of the next movie. But they could settle for like, oh yeah, here's like $5 million. All right, thank you. And it's.
I mean, depending if the distributor just says we want this over with.
Yeah.
They might give them 2 points on the movie and just walk away because they know it's going to be hugely profitable. And will it make as much as the last one? I don't know. Right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if art is still building in popularity or it's crested. I don't think any of us know that yet. Right? Because there's many people who were excited and like the underdog stature was there, so we all kind of, even if we didn't love the films, kind of supported it. Mm-hmm. That's not going to go forever.
Well, it's not the underdog anymore.
No,
Mm-hmm.
No, not at all.
No.
I want a Thorn sequel so bad. I do too.
It's
just not going to happen, though. Never going to happen. Tommy Wiseau's Big Shark is a new modern classic. I'd love to see it. Do you happen to have a convention tips video on your channel? Yes, I do. It's called the Convention Survival Guide. Go check it out.
Deodorant.
Number 1, yes.
Deodorant, eat and drink. Make sure you do that. Also, good shoes.
Comfortable shoes are absolutely. Bathe, wear deodorant, bring some gum or mints because you're going to develop some halitosis at some point.
Hand sanitizer is also really good too.
Big time.
Discover where the bathrooms that are not near the convention hall are.
Yes.
That's a smart one too. Yeah, that's a smart one. Let franchises die.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you organically have a great story to tell, don't tell the story. That's always been the rule in storytelling. Like, that's why it hurts so bad when you see your favorite franchise take a bad turn.
Yeah. What? No, okay. For some reason, I read that as Zach Cregger's. Zack Snyder is doing Escape from New York, a new Escape from New York. Anybody interested in that? Lauren, Chris?
John Carpenter is. Give me that check, please. Thank you.
Yeah, he's getting paid.
The weird thing is I can see it in my head. It doesn't seem. I mean, it's not going to be John Carpenter's Escape from New York.
No.
But I can see a Zack Snyder version of that. It basically looks like Watchmen.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see it pretty clearly. It probably won't offend me. I probably won't go see it in theaters, but it won't offend me. I love New York, but after LA, it's hard. I mean, again, we're kind of at that point where sacred ground has already been trampled on. But I can see it in my head. That doesn't seem. Zack Snyder doesn't seem like the world's worst choice for that to me.
No.
And I'm not even a Snyder fan, really, except I do love Dawn of the Dead. His Dawn of the Dead.
I think it's all going to depend on who plays Snake Plissken.
It's gonna be Russell's son. You know that.
You think so? Well, I mean, that thought crossed my mind.
That's where they have to go with it because nothing else is gonna play to the audience.
Mm-hmm.
What role will Kurt play in it? Because he's going to be in there somewhere.
The president.
Ooh, the president.
I'll tell you. I think.
Do they look too much alike, though?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think Frank Grillo would be my choice, though.
I like Frank Grillo.
I think he could bring that kind of Clint Eastwood parody to life. I think he could do that.
I think you're right.
That won't happen, by the way.
By the way, I really like if you're talking about Zack Snyder, I like his Dawn of the Dead. I liked Watchmen. There were things I liked about what was the all-female one? What was whatever? There were things I liked.
Oh, yeah, I know what we're talking about. Yeah, I saw that one in theaters. Oh,
yeah,
crap.
There were things I liked about it, but I didn't really like it overall.
Yeah.
You know what? I liked his Avengers. Or no, I liked his Justice League. Sorry. I liked his Justice League, and I liked his Man of Steel too.
Can't quite go that far.
But I actually think he did Superman justice, because Superman is a boring character.
He is a boring character.
So powerful. The only thing that can stop him is this little green crystal. You know what I mean? He got to the core of like, you're a god on this planet of ants. You know what I mean? Like, you could kill everybody. And like, how do you deal with being a god? You know what I mean? He got that, and I like that. That makes Superman interesting. You take that away, and you've just got,
I mean, yeah. I think basically he grew up on Silver Surfer comics instead of Superman comics, because that's kind of the subtext there instead. But yeah. And unfortunately, I think that Superman is kind of just a character that we've outgrown as a society. I'm not sure it really works anymore.
Yeah.
I think nostalgia can make you think you love it, and maybe you do love it. I shouldn't say that, but I think thematically, it's just not the world we're living in. Batman is much closer to the world we're living in.
Yeah. Batman's just so much more interesting because he's human, because he does get hurt, because he's strong, but he uses his brain. You know what I mean? He's more of a grounded superhero, and you can keep it, dark with him. Although I'm not going to lie, I do kind of miss a little bit of the, not the Batman and Robin era Joel Schumacher Batman, but like the Batman Forever. I like a little bit of the glitz and a little bit of that, it's operatic. You know what I mean? I kind of like that. I think that's Batman's.
You don't like the Bat credit card?
I do like Bat nipples though.
Oh yeah, okay. Bat nipples. Yeah, that's right.
There you go. Oh, Sucker Punch. That was it. Sucker Punch.
Is there a context in which anyone doesn't like nipples?
I don't know if they were necessary on Batman's suit, but hey, it was the 90s. Was it? It was still the 90s then.
Yeah.
I'm brand new here. Physical collector, 5K plus titles. It's a nice collection. Very nice.
I hope you love them all and watch them all.
I'm sure they do.
I'm sure they do.
Even when I was a kid, I thought Superman was corny. Always been a Batman guy.
The same.
It's because the type of storytelling has to be different, and when you make it into a universe, it doesn't work. Really, I mean, a Batman versus Superman as works in a comic book because the comic book world doesn't ask you to embrace it as real. Films do. It's just a preposterous concept. You can't make that movie, and they did.
They did, yeah, they did, and it didn't quite work out. No. Classic animation is your favorite genre. Ooh, Jeremy you and Jeremy'd have a lot to talk about then for sure.
Well, how old is classic? Because it's like before you were born, or is it like kind of stuff? Because if you're born like in 2000s, classic animation is like the 80s.
That's true. What are we talking about here? That's true. Jeremy is so funny when he meets he was talking to a guy today, and he was talking about all these old 80s cartoons, and this guy wasn't even a dream of his parents in the 80s, and the guy's going, and Jeremy's just like trying to get just recognize one, please, and the guy's like, So I think Jeremy threw him a bone and was like, I forget, it was Ren and Stimpy. Who doesn't know Ren and Stimpy? He's like, Ren and Stimpy, and the guy was like, oh yeah, I love Ren and Stimpy. So Jeremy's like, okay, but he kept throwing him out there, and the guy was just like, I don't know. Anything hand drawn?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Has Jeremy watched the Raccoons?
I don't.
It's an old 80s Canadian cartoon. They just recently re-released the soundtrack.
I'll have to ask him. I don't think I've ever heard him mention that one.
How about Plague Dogs? Has he watched it?
Oh, good. That's a good one.
I think I've heard him reference that one a few times. Yeah, I think I've heard him reference that one a few times. Yeah.
I feel like dirty for having said that.
I mean, you could have got Watership Down, so.
I love Watership Down so much. Watership Down is just pure fucked up. I love it.
He threw out two stupid dogs to somebody the other day.
Wow.
And they went, "What? You have stupid dogs?" And he was like, "Two dogs." So I was like, "It's a cartoon."
Yeah.
He's like, "Two stupid dogs." Just they didn't get it. She didn't get it. I think we all I know Chris and Lauren said that they probably would not pay that price for Kurt. I don't know. I don't know. I love Kurt Russell. I've loved him for a long time. It would be great to meet him, but like I don't know. I have Plague Dogs on Blu-ray. LOL. Watership Down, a dark movie disguised as a children's film.
Yep.
I don't know. It doesn't pretend for long, though. I mean, you're 3 minutes in and the burrows are filling with blood and rabbits are drowning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Todd McFarlane's been trying to get that proper Spawn movie to happen for decades now.
Never happened.
It according to him, it gets close and then something happens and it gets close again and something happens. So.
Yeah, it's called He Wakes Up in the Morning and the Dreams Fade.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think. I mean, Spawn. I don't think Spawn is as relevant as he used to be.
No.
I mean, there was a time where Spawn was it, man. Spawn was the biggest thing, and that the animated series that was on HBO was really good, but that movie, not great.
I could see Zack Snyder doing a decent Spawn movie.
Yeah, I could too, actually. Yeah, Todd McFarlane needs to give Snyder a call. Snyder gets stuff done. So I mean, if he wanted
bulking men,
so I know you're thinking like Zack Snyder, $200 million budget to make a Spawn movie. I'm thinking the more likely film that gets made is Glenn Danzig with $20 and some crazy glue making a film. That's what's going to be the next Spawn movie.
Oh, Lord. I still want to see that Glenn Danzig vampire Western.
Oh my God, it's so fucking terrible. No.
I really don't.
I'm sure it's bad. I still want to see it though.
It's worse than bad because me and Sam saw that in theaters. Because like, oh my God, Glenn Danzig, at least the soundtrack would be good. There's no fucking soundtrack. There's no music.
There's nothing.
Oh. Well, he's actually doing, I think, a new movie. I think he's actually working on a new movie now, based on one of his comics. So I think all of his movies have been based on his comics, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So I don't know. Glenn Danzig, man. Imagine a Glenn Danzig Rob Zombie team up.
Oh Jesus! Produced by
Speaking of Uwe Boll, are you guys up on this American Vigilante or Citizen Vigilante controversy?
I hear about it, and I don't care because I don't like Uwe Boll.
I love revenge movies, so I want to see it. But yeah, massive controversy. Although, they're saying it. I don't know if it's been drummed up some for publicity because they're talking like it's banned in this country and it's banned here and it's banned there, but you can watch it on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I kind of want to watch it just because of the controversy and because I love revenge movies, but we'll see. What's up, brother? How you doing, sir? All right. Anything else? We've been going for about 2 hours. Anything else you guys want to discuss before we call tonight? Anything else going on in the chat that you guys want to discuss before we call tonight? Is there any movies coming out in the near future? Chris, Lauren, you guys are going to see?
Alpha this weekend. YRF Spy Universe's new film starring Aaliyah Blatt. Super excited. That series does not disappoint me ever. If you like action films, you should be in good shape. The subs, deal with it. Be a human read. It's cool.
Okay. Chris, anything from you?
Yeah, just like you mentioned earlier, Clayface and Robert Eggers' next movie. That's all I'm thinking of off the top of my head.
Okay. All right. Only walked out of 2 movies in my life: Spawn and Judge Dredd. I'm guessing that's the Stallone Judge Dredd. Yeah. The HBO. Yes, the HBO cartoon of Spawn was really good. Saw a pic of Todd McFarlane. Oh, Todd McFarlane posted a pic of him hanging with Jamie Foxx. Made me think Fox might be Spawn soon. If Jamie Foxx wanted to play Spawn, he could probably make it happen. But I don't know. We'll see. All right. Well, let's go ahead and call it a night then. I want to thank Lauren. I want to thank you. I want to thank Chris for hanging out with me tonight. What do we got there?
This is the new reskinned version of my short story collection, Visited by Voices, Collected Short Stories, Volume 1. It is on Amazon right now. The second volume comes out this month. Buy it, read it.
Sweet.
Leave a good review. Even if you hate me after tonight's chat.
Anybody going to see? I don't know. I'm not. I love Christopher Nolan,
yeah.
But I don't know if I'm interested in the Odyssey.
When I say I want to see them to adapt news stories, I don't really necessarily want them to adapt the first story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like Nolan. I just don't. I'm not interested in the Odyssey. I'm just not. So go check out Lauren's book. It's available on Amazon
right now.
Okay. All right. And Lauren has a plethora of other books and novellas and stuff on there.
The next novel will be out before the end of the year as well.
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
From our friends at Fractured Mirror Press.
Okay. And where else can we find you on social media, Lauren?
Barely. I have a fairly inactive Twitter account, which I never used because it got hacked about 2 years ago. And I just decided it was funny that it got hacked. So I've kind of left the hacked material up. Besides that, you can always reach out to me directly, visitedbyvoices@gmail.com. I respond to everyone, even when it's not a good idea. And besides that, just check me out on Amazon or barnesandnoble.com or wherever you buy books.
Cool. Very cool. Chris, where can we find you, sir?
Mainly on X at Botus Pretzel. I'm on other sites, but I'm not really on social media that much. I'm also busy writing an email to Lauren right now about the next Kurt Russell Spawn movie I'm planning.
You're writing that script right as we speak. Well, we didn't have Swaggy here for a moment of swag, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but Chris, you and I are both tall gentlemen. You're taller than I am. Let's have a moment of. I don't think people understand how difficult the world is for tall people.
No.
Oh, Jesus.
You can't just drive any car. You can't just get clothes off the shelf. You know what I mean? Give us a I hate being tall moment, Chris.
I will say is height is only good for parades and concerts. That is literally it. It sucks to buy a car, to buy a house, to buy clothes, to buy anything, as well as when you're tall, you have to be prejudged to either be a villain or you have to be the world's nicest person because you have to get that tall thing off that shelf everybody needs.
Yes. I've been there many, many times. Yes.
And so, I naturally am an introvert, but being tall, I became an omnivert, kind of extrovert over time because everybody wants to interact with me all the time.
I feel so fucking bad for both of you.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
My 5'5" ass is crying for you.
No, you're fine. It's just it's awkward having strangers.
Oh no!
Come
People
up to
take me
you.
seriously because I'm tall.
No, it's something as that. It's just more
I have
strangers
advantages in life. Oh,
asking
cry
me,
for me.
about sports I play, my shoe size, my height, my.
Okay, I'm 5'5". Okay, so I wear an extra large shirt. The extra large shirt might as well be to my knees.
I have the inverse.
You thought about this?
I have the inverse. I show my belly all the time when I look for things.
But you could cut yourself off at the knees. I can't make myself taller.
But Lord, you don't have to worry about hitting your head on ceiling fans, on low hanging lights. For me, I'm big and tall, so I can find clothes that are big enough, but they're not tall enough, or they're tall enough, but they're not big enough. So I have to like find this crazy medium. You know what I mean? It's just not fair for us tall guys. Just not fair. And I went to an Allman Brothers concert one time. I got front row. I was literally right in front of the stage.
So you destroyed the concert for everyone behind you.
I ruined I had all these stoned people behind me yelling the entire time, "Get to the back, tall guy, you shouldn't be up front. Get to the back, get to the back." I didn't move. I'm this close to the legendary Greg Allman. I'm not moving. You can practically smell the whiskey coming off of him. You know what I mean?
I mean, to be fair, you can smell it from the back of the concert too, but that's fine.
That's true too. Yeah. You're ordering the pizza now. What do you want on it? You know, I just get me pepperoni, man. I'm good with just pepperoni. If I'm feeling a little, adventurous, banana peppers, black olives, maybe some mushrooms. But I'm a simple guy when it comes to pizza. Just good old pepperoni.
So very simply, bacon, jalapenos.
I don't mind having like a jalapeno on the side that I can just kind of take bites out of while I'm eating my pizza.
I like pineapple and jalapenos. Like those combined work well for me on pizza with like some other protein.
I was surprised by how much I liked pineapple pizza. I just did not want to touch it for years. It just seemed like blasphemous. Finally got one, got the Hawaiian with the ham on it. That combination was really freaking good. Really good.
And if they had red onion as well. Oh yeah.
I may have to try that next time. Even Jeremy liked it. Jeremy's very picky, but pineapple ham pizza, he ate it right up, man. No problem.
There you go.
No, I like green olives too, but not all the time on my pizza. Black olives, good stuff. All right, well, people, thank you all very much for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. Let me do a shout out here to Chris. Thank you for that $4.99, man. I appreciate it very much. Let me do some shout outs to people who are still here watching. We got Corey here, Movie Eddie, Son of God is here, Jack Paul Evans, Aaron Lewis, SJ Miola hung out with us over on Twitch. Thank you. Lil Miz Vortex, Justin Smith, Brother JP. Let's see who else was with us tonight. The Fantastic Oracle. Let's see. FX Star Lord was here with us tonight. Our boy Orc was here with us tonight. I know Christian was here a little while ago, so shout out to Christian. Pinstripe Dynasty, Hank, Apocalypse Wow, The Mighty Might, Logan Weasel. We also had Eli Ross Attorney here with us earlier tonight. That was a big deal.
They didn't even charge us.
Didn't even charge us. Okay. Good man. Well, there you go, you guys. I think you all know where to find me. I have got I'm working on a top 10 zombie movie list that I'm going to do soon. A convention pet peeves video I'm going to do very soon. Jeremy and I have our FrankenCon wrap up video or recap video that'll be out very soon as well. So keep your eyes peeled for all that. But again, thank you all for being here. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Chris. And have a great rest of your night. We'll see you again very soon. Peace.